Kyle Busch is now in a tricky situation with Richard Childress Racing. His contract is a 2+1 deal, which means he was guaranteed to race for RCR in 2023 and 2024. But for 2025, the team has a choice to either keep him or let him go. But this decision is not just up to RCR. Busch also has a say in whether he wants to stay. If he feels that RCR is not giving him the best equipment to compete for wins and championships, he might start looking for other options. Finding a new team will not be easy for Busch. Some teams have openings, but not all of them make sense for a driver of his caliber. Front Row Motorsports has a potential seat in the number 34 car, but moving to Ford would not be a smart choice. Ford has been struggling lately, and switching manufacturers would be a big risk. The last time Busch changed manufacturers, he lost his truck team, which cost him a lot of money. He will not want to make the same mistake again. If Busch leaves RCR, he will likely stay with Chevrolet. Chevy teams are getting stronger, but RCR is falling behind. One interesting option could be Spire Motorsports and their number 77 car. Right now, Carson Hocevar drives that car, but his strong performances could earn him a promotion to a better ride in 2025. That would open up a spot at Spire, making it a possible landing spot for Busch. Beyond his future in NASCAR, Busch's recent experiences at RCR have not been great. At the All-Star race, his team failed him when he got into a confrontation with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Stenhouse was at the RCR Howler, and Busch's team should have escorted him to avoid any trouble. Instead, things escalated, and Busch ended up getting punched in the face on live television. This was a terrible look for RCR, and it raised questions about how much support Busch really has within the team. Busch is a two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion with 63 career wins. He has driven for top teams like Joe Gibbs Racing, where he won both his championships in 2015 and 2019. When he joined RCR in 2023, there were high expectations, but the results have been mixed. While he has won races with RCR, the team is not consistently competing at the level of powerhouse organizations like Hendrick Motorsports or Team Penske. Busch is known for being highly competitive, and if he feels RCR cannot give him the best chance to win, he will explore other options. Sponsorship is another factor in Busch's future. NASCAR is expensive, and teams need strong financial backing. Busch's current sponsors may not want to leave Chevrolet, which could limit his options. A move to a non-Chevy team would require finding new sponsors willing to follow him, and that is never a simple process. The 2024 NASCAR season did not go as planned for RCR. There were high expectations at the start, but the results did not match. Kyle Busch had a frustrating year. There were some highlights. He came close to winning at Daytona and Darlington, finishing second in both races. At Kansas, he was leading in the final stages but made a mistake that cost him the victory. At Las Vegas, he led for many laps and showed that he has still the speed to compete at the front. Despite these strong moments, there were too many races where RCR struggled. They failed to consistently finish in the top 10. The speed was not always there, and the car's performance was not good enough on some tracks. Busch has been open about these struggles. He knows that they need to find solutions. One of the biggest reasons for Busch's optimism is the arrival of new people at RCR. A major event in the NASCAR world has helped RCR make some key hires. Stewart-Haas Racing, another big team, is shutting down at the end of 2024. This means that many experienced engineers, mechanics, and strategists are looking for jobs. RCR has taken advantage of this by hiring some of the best people from Stewart-Haas. These new hires bring valuable knowledge and experience. They have worked in a top team and know what it takes to win races. Busch is excited about what they can bring to RCR. He has already seen some improvements. After the Olympic break in 2024, RCR performed better. Now, with more new faces coming in, he expects even bigger improvements. To understand why RCR had a tough season, it's important to look at what went wrong. NASCAR is a highly competitive sport, and small mistakes can make a big difference. One major issue was inconsistency. RCR had races where they were fast, but they also had races where they were far behind. A team needs to perform well every week to compete for a championship. This is something RCR must fix. Another problem was missed opportunities. Busch was leading at Kansas but made a mistake that cost him the win. There were also races where strategy did not work out. In NASCAR, teams need to make quick decisions on pit stops, tires, and fuel. If they get it wrong, they lose positions. SHR is also shutting down at the end of the season, which means a lot of talented people are looking for new jobs. RCR saw this as a golden opportunity to bring in experienced engineers, mechanics, and strategists. Busch is excited about these changes because he knows how important a strong team is for success. He believes that new hires can help RCR get back to winning races. Busch also talked about these changes in an interview, saying that RCR has signed some really cool, good people. He mentioned that the team has already started working on improvements and will continue to make changes during the off-season. The 2024 season has been frustrating for Busch, but he knows that every driver and team goes through tough times. He has seen many ups and downs in his career, so he isn't letting one bad season define him. He is focused on coming back stronger and proving that he can still compete at the highest level. With the changes happening at RCR, he believes they will be in a much better position next year. While Busch is looking forward to 2025, he is also dealing with some disappointments off the track. One of them is his absence from the second season of the Netflix docuseries NASCAR Full Speed. Fans were hoping to see more of Busch in the new season, but he revealed that he wasn't even asked to be part of the show. He admitted that he doesn't know why he was left out, but he suspects that it might have been something to do with not making the playoffs. Busch said that he believes his story would have been interesting for the series, especially with the challenges he faced in 2024. He has been one of the most popular drivers in NASCAR for years, so it was surprising to see him left out again. Many have expressed their disappointment about this decision as they wanted to see more of Busch's journey. One of the things that makes Busch such a great driver is his determination. He never gives up no matter how tough things get. That's why he isn't letting the 2024 season bring him down. Another interesting thing Busch talked about recently was his role in the ongoing charter wars in NASCAR. Charters are a big deal in the sport because they guarantee a team a spot in every race. There has been a lot of discussion about how charters should be managed, and Busch admitted that he played a big role in some of those debates. He didn't go into much detail, but he acknowledged that he has been involved in the discussions about the future of the charter system. With all the changes happening in NASCAR, the next few years will be interesting. Busch is one of the most experienced drivers in the sport, and he knows how to adapt to changes. He has been through different eras of NASCAR, from the old school days to the modern era. He understands what it takes to succeed, and that's why so many fans still believe in him. At 39 years old, Busch is still one of the most talented drivers in NASCAR, but time is not on his side. He likely has a few more good years left at the highest level, but he must decide where to spend them. If RCR does not improve, he may have to gamble on another team. The next few months will be crucial as contract negotiations begin, and every move he makes will be watched closely. Now, whatever your thoughts are on this, just drop them down below. And while you're down there, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well.